Good afternoon everyone. I'm not even going to bother asking you if you've had a good day because today has been absolutely miserable, and I'm sure like me you've been stuck inside, bored stiff, so I can only say I'm sorry guys, I've suffered as well. But hopefully today this will brighten you up a little bit. What I've got for you today is a variation of what we've done in class, and it is almost a Spanish style macaroni cheese, if you like. It's made up out my head and I'm going to talk you through what I've done. To begin with, what I did was I had some mixed peppers in the freezer, so I took them out and immediately started to fry them in some vegetable oil, and I've actually got a photograph of that which I'll put on the chat later. So I fried that off. Into the pan I added some salt and some pepper, some parsley and a little garlic. I also added some smoked paprika. Again, these are completely optional. You would do whatever you wanted to do. So once that was all softened, I then added my flour, which is what we would normally do, melt the butter, add the flour. So I melted oil instead, heated oil instead, fried off the peppers, then I added my flour to make my roux, and then I added the milk. To that, I then added a little shake of Lea & Perrin and some grated cheese. And this is the mixture that I now have, which is this lovely colourful sauce with green and red peppers through it. I have already boiled my pasta, and in this case, I think I've used this before actually on video. It's this rigatoni type of pasta, which will lead me to the challenge later on. So all I'm going to do now is, I don't know how much I'm going to use of this pasta, so I'm just going to take a little of it at a time and stir through into the sauce. A little bit more, because you don't want it all pasta and no sauce. My other half actually quite likes it drier. I like it wetter with more sauce, so I'm trying to get a happy medium. So I think that's plenty. And what I'll do, I have already greased this dish with my Fry Light spray, so I'm just going to pour that in. And then I've got a different idea for decorating tonight, which is what I'm going to show you. So I'll just pour that in there. That's just perfect. Get all the sauce, we don't want to waste it. Although ingredients now are more readily available than they were at the beginning 8 weeks ago, so it's not just quite so crucial. But Vaughn and I are sticking to the rules, and we're still not going out any more than we have to, so I'm not going to waste stuff. So what I have here, I got some slices of bread that I'm using up, and I've got a tomato that's a little bit soft. And this decoration, believe it or not guys, I got taught this at school. I know I always refer back to school days, and I have done quite a few times, but it's where I learned a lot of my skills, together with my parents as well at home. So I've cut off the wonky sides, and all I'm going to do is cut the bread into long strips. Now you can use any bread for this. And then when you've got the strips, just diagonally cut into sort of triangles, but it doesn't have to be precise. So cut slanty ways like that, and that's your bread. And then the tomato I'm just going to cut in half. I'll do it this way so you can see, and then just thin slices, sort of half moon shaped. Okay, and then all I'm going to do is just with the bits of bread, it doesn't really matter your shape, but I'm just going to layer the bread round the side of the macaroni. It's just something a little bit different, because when I put the macaroni into the oven later on, when we're just about to eat, the bread will become toasted, and it's just a lovely way to do it, slightly different. So the bread all the way round, and then I can just decorate my tomato any way you like. Okay, that's probably enough. And then just sprinkle the rest of my cheese over the top. And there we have it. Okay, and the one other thing I have done, which I actually forgot to add in earlier on, but that doesn't matter, that's absolutely fine. I've got a little selection of some salamis, so I can just sprinkle them over. And then with the rest of the cheese that I haven't used up, thankfully, I can then just sprinkle over. And when that goes into the oven, all the lovely oils will come out of the salamis and go right through to the rest of the macaroni. And there we have it, my Spanish style version of macaroni cheese. Let's give my hands a quick wipe, and I'm going to then tell you about the challenge. I think it's only right with Hannah doing the craft challenges that mine should be really food related. I said to you earlier on, guys, that I've used this rigatoni style pasta, which is quite a big, thick, once it boils up it becomes even bigger, and I've actually halved some of them. So what I thought would be fun to do for this evening's challenge, and use the internet if you need to for some help, is to see how many different types of pasta you can think of. And I'll give you one other clue. We've done this in class. You've got lasagna. Now we have made macaroni cheese in class, macaroni being one, and we've also done lasagna. So I would like you to see how many different types of pasta you could think of, and perhaps give me a dish. For example, macaroni and cheese. Lasagna, beef lasagna. So there's two to kick you off. And let's see how many you can come up with. Okay guys, I'll look forward to speaking to you later on at 4:30. And in the meantime, have a great evening, and I'll speak to you tomorrow. Bye for now.